Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Webe Reptiles. Today's episode is going to be about how to properly ship your bearded dragon or reptile. I'm going to show you how to do smaller and larger animals, how to put them in a container, what kind of box to use and whatnot. Your best bet would be to use the stuff they use at Reptiles Express or the Reptiles Express people. Debbie will take care of you. She gets good quality stuff, and it's always safe to use this stuff. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you insulate it. There's 4 pieces on the outside, 1 on the inside. I pre-do them all because I got 5 boxes I got to do. So make sure you have the 4 on the outside, so that way they're secure. And when you put them in there, they're going to go into like a following pattern. They're not going to be, one's going to be bigger and one's going to be this way. It's not like a box, because then the inside will collapse. It's in the circle pattern, so one will be smaller than the other, and they'll fit perfectly like so. And you'll have your lid. Lid fits perfect, then you're ready to go. Now, as far as how to package them, what I use deli cups. I think it's a little safer because it's a little more durable, so they can't get out. And make sure that I put plenty of holes for breathing. I make my own holes so the way they're larger, and I know they're getting plenty of circulation of air. You can use basically any kind of padding or anything like that. I use bubble, styrofoam bubble. Basically, I just save the stuff that I get from packages from purchasing from other places and stuff like that. Put a little layer on the bottom, and you get your beardy. First, what I do is I give them a little material or something like that to keep them, warm and whatnot in case it's cold or whatnot. So I put blue for boys. The boy that's going in is going to be. There's not really that many boys going in. Is that a boy right here? Dang, he is a boy. Okay. So before you put them in the container, don't use them, put them in there all wet. You want to make sure you dry them off properly. Clean towel. Come here, buddy. You don't want the moisture to be in there because, they need low humidity. So he's used his little bath now. He's absorbed a little moisture. He's got a little bit of, nothing, a nice little fat belly. And make sure he's all hydrated. You say goodbye to him. Goodbye, buddy. It's the last time I'm going to see you, unless it's going to be updated pictures. Make sure that when you put him in the container, you be careful that you don't clip his tail or anything like that, because you don't want to nip, because their tails are still very fragile as babies and they could get hurt. So now your little baby's in there. He's in his container. What I'll do is I'll put a couple business cards on top. Then I put him inside. When you put him in there, try to make sure you stuff the corners, so the way he's not bouncing around. Make sure that whatever type of insulation or stuffing you use some type of, make sure the corners are nice and tight, so that way they're not bouncing around and falling everywhere. And just keep filling in there. Make sure the sides are nice and filled so he's nice and tight, not jumping around. Fill on the top. Nice and snug. And then you put your lid on top. Get your tape. Good clear plastic tape. Once you close it, you label it. And since I know whose packages this is going to be Mr. Man over here. He's on top. Make sure you keep that separate like so you know that you're going to package that animal to that one. Now that's how you do a small one. I'm going to do you real quick how I do a larger animal. This guy here, he's going to have a roommate, so he's not going to be by himself. This is my guy going right now. He's going to be going, he's a good size, already 300 grams, so you would say he's good size. So you want to make sure he's a big enough box for him. I personally do not like to put those sizes inside of a container because it's just so small. I guess so. Alright, one more. Make sure there's a nice little bedding in there for him. Now what you want to get is some cheesecloth bags. Now these cheesecloth bags, you can get them as well. at the same place you would get these boxes at Reptiles Express on their website. They'll take care of you. And what you want to do is you want to go ahead and grab him and put him inside. Make him comfy. Make sure he's not all bent out of shape. You get your little rope. You tie it up. Alright. Make sure it's nice and secure. Put a good tie on it. Also, you want to make sure you don't feed them too much before you ship them out, because they could possibly poo inside their bag and get it all over themselves and stuff. So the night before and the day of, you probably just don't want to feed them too much. Just give them a good bath for hydration. You put him inside there. And plus, he's getting a little roomy, like I said. So you grab yourself a little container. You grab yourself a little pink one, because it's going to be a girl. And the girl that's going is going to be this young lady. She's a gorgeous little trans. Little boy, get back inside here.